Okay, Mike, I see your mic doesn't work, and here in listening watching. Perfect. Good morning, Betty. Yeah. Okay, so I'm starting to record. So this morning I will be focused in gold. So as you see now, it's starting to recycle. So this is more with the 1 hour uh, strategy. So let's see if we have some entry going long. Of course, I'm looking more for short. So already here we have 12, 15 pips if we enter at this point. Uh, but my thinking is go short, and I will be prepared to somewhere get my stop loss here, and then maybe here we have 1, 2, 3 balls here. So when this ball finish to paint and we have some signals to the short side, I'm going to take this trade. And I will be focused also in pound dollar. So I'm going here, pound dollar. Yeah. So we have some signals. I have signals hitting now. Okay, pound dollar. So we have recycling here in the 1 hour. And if you go here, I have to set the 3 ball in the 15 minutes to see the 1 hour in the 5 minutes or in the 15. But we have the 3 ball here that is more like double top. Okay. So this is really good to go short. So I will waiting to go short in this pair when everything is in sync in the 1 or 5 minutes. It's not the case for the moment. Okay, and I will be also in focus in pound cat. Why was that pound cat? I don't remember. Let's see here. Yes, I will be focusing pound cat because it's the only one that it has recycled first. So we have in sync to go short. So in at this moment, all the other pairs they are starting to recycle a little bit. So and the pound cat it has already started. So maybe we can find some change color here in the 1 hour and take some short this in this pair. Maybe I will. I'm not right, but let's see how that plays. Okay, this is the Euro Yen that Santiago took early this morning and was very good. So we have entry in the 15 minute. Wow, that's fantastic. So we have entry here. Even before something here in the 15 minute. If we go to the 5, we have the entry a little later, maybe here or maybe here. We have, let's see, first entry somewhere here, add-on, or if we miss the first entry here, and this is much like 15 pips stop, or here you can take like 5, 7 pips, okay, and that's it's a very good concept where to set your stop loss, guys, because sometimes we think that maybe get it here a better price than here is better, but no, with the new concept where you set your stop loss here, if you enter here, it's like 15 pips stop loss, and also your risk, because, well, I use my panel to bring a template. So if I use my panel here, and let's say that I enter, here, that is, yeah, 15 pips somewhere here, okay? And I have a ratio of 1 to 3. So at this point, risking 0.25, no, yes, 100, no, 0.25%. And my risk would be 1 to 3, it's right here. So at this point, I have a ratio 1 to 3 with 14 pips stop loss. But if we set our entry even here, that is this entry here, okay, we take it on time and we set our stop loss here like 7, 8 pips. So I have only, I have already my 1 to 3 ratio at this point more quickly and more easy than if I enter here with a bigger stop loss. So that is a really good concept, because to get the same amount of dollar, or that is 1 to 3 at this point, I'm going to pass more time in front of the computer, or the trade is going to be longer. Okay, that if you set your entry here and your stop loss is smaller, so you are going to have the same amount of dollar, the same ratio at this point. And even you can go for 1 to 4, even 1 to 5. You see the difference, and playing with the setup, and try to choose the entry when you have a smaller stop loss, that make a huge difference if you adapt the lot size, because the lot size at this point is 4. And if I enter here somewhere, let's say right here, no, that in the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes, somewhere here, because that changed maybe at this point. So my stop loss will be like 15 pips. So you see, from 4 lot size, now my lot size is only 191. Okay, that means that my price has to run, or to travel longer to get the same amount of dollar. Okay, 1 to 3. So that's a very good concept. So get more for less effort. That's really important. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but for me, it has been a huge, huge change in my mentality, to try to choose those trades where I don't have more than 15 pips stop loss. So I'm going to set my ratio that automatically is 1 to 3. This is 0 yen, so I come back to the, you see it's retracing. That's good for us. this, we have less stop loss. So you see the 1 hour or the yen pairs change, but the move was so important that the price doesn't move much, and we are more like flat. See, we are flat here, flat here. Let's see. Look this pound Aussie, for example. If I draw Phipps, to change that. See, good morning, Raji.
Good morning. My platform is frozen.
Mm, you have many chart open with your template.
No, it's just my broker.
Oh, okay. Okay, actually, I don't know if you are looking my screen, but most of the pairs that have made quite a good move this morning, and we have like a little recycling or change color in the 1 hour, we can see that really is not making much in the price. So we are more like flat. Let's go here. Yes, more like well, this was a good one. This one for the pound dollar. If we go to the 5, we have an entry of the 1. Okay, we have an entry here somewhere for 6, 7 pips. But most of the other pairs that have made the move, and we look some color change, the scalp strategy is not helping us too much. What is you thinking about? Do you think it's safe to play the scalping strategy with the 1 hour color change when you have a move that is very important and we see that they are more like flat and the price is not moving much?
Yeah, I
It's
was
not.
just going to follow the USD yen today.
Mhm.
Right now it's retracing.
Yeah.
And then I was going to play it all the way down. So that's the only player I was going to play. Only pair I was going to play today. The yen pairs are all doing the same thing.
Right.
They're retracing. And then, like the H1 has changed. The H4 is flipping between blue and red. So it's retracing, um, to the top of the channel. So I was going to play it to the top, but my platform is
Okay.
frozen, so I can't do anything.
So if I understand, so you are going to try to play long to the top in all yen pairs. Okay.
Okay, I will get my platform up and running. Yes, that's the plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna put myself on mute while I tangle with this.
Okay. Problem. So you see, guys, the concept of half tight stop loss and adapt your lot size. So let's say that we have an entry somewhere here. So my 1:3 is quite reachable at this point. You see, it's not like 100 or 70 pips away. Okay, we have an entry in the pound New Zealand. Here we are more channeling 5 minutes. Let's see where is the 1 hour. The 1 hour bar is here, so we're looking for long. This must be the recycling. So we are in a 25 range. 25. This is my round number. So each line we have 25 pips difference. So it's easy for me to see where I am in the chart. The pound cat, he made a move yesterday and he retraced to 61. He was playing with the 61, so my thinking is that it's going to start to turn to the downside, at least to this area. We have the H1 that recycled already, changing color from blue to red. It's not ready yet in the 30 minutes. So this is the one. Where is it? So something above the 61, 25 pips away. But normally, if you reject it, the first target is the 0 line, the 0, and then the projection of the 61 that is the same here. See how that plays perfectly? So this is the 61. I copy and I extend it from this 0, and he play right in the bottom. So that would be a good plan. If we see this area, the 61, the 50 rejection to go short. Okay, it seems that all pairs that have made the move it wants to come back a little bit to the move. Pound Aussie is heading longer and wants to make a higher high. And pound yen seems to go short. Pound CAD is still going up. Pound New Zealand still recycling. No, Betty, I don't use sell stop or buy limit. I'm not very good with that. At each time that I set it, I'm taking more like um, top and bottom. Uh, so that was in my past experience with the setting a stop loss or a limit or a stop buy. Uh, but maybe I have to think about it again because my knowledge at that time wasn't that deep than now. So and now I have this panel that helped me to set and control my risk. So if that play in my favor is good, and if I play against me, I know I'm not going to risk more than what I said already. So that before was like I said one to lot size. I hadn't any risk control. Very poor management with mediocre trades. So everything was perfect to blow up my accounts. So no, I don't do it, but I know there's many people that they are successful with that, and maybe with this sync system, looking those area, and also for swing trader or day trader, that they don't want, they don't care about have 30 pips, 20, 50 pips stop loss. Yes, you can say, well, if I break this level, I'm sure that it will be a good opportunity. More than the break, what I maybe look is for the testing of the area. Once it's breaked, so I'm going to buy or sell a better price or with a sell limit, or if I buy, I'm going to let the first break of the level and going to set a buy limit in when the price come back to test the level that it was broken. I don't know if it makes sense to you. $1 exchange. Welcome, Betty. Okay, $1 we have. Let's see my beautiful panel. Thanks, Rajit. So let's see. So the yen, of course, is the strongest one, and we have the Canadian as the weaker, the Aussie, and the New Zealand as the weaker. So here, let's see. Anyway, so this is the 1 minute. So we have a spike now in pound that is red in my chart. We have a spike in yen, and even with this arrow telling you that take anything against the yen. So a pound yen could be a good one. Canadian is going the same. Yeah, pound yen could be a good one. Pound dollar could be a good one. So let's see here. Pound yen, yes, we have the 1 hour change color, the 4 hour, everything is going short, and that is more what he's doing, going short, pound weakening, and the yen getting strong. The pound dollar, we have a change color to to blue, but everything is going short. So pound dollar also could be a good one to look to go short. Let's see if we have an entry. So pound dollar, we don't have any entry yet. And pound yen, neither. And let's see gold. Yep. And CAD, this is a good one for me. This is a good one for me. I have an entry in pound CAD, guys. So I'm going to set my stuff here. One, two, three, 12 pips. Change. Let me see if I got better price. The 5 minute. I like this diversion here. Okay, in the 30 minute. Okay, let me wait. 5 minutes I have. 5 minutes. I don't have any entry yet, so maybe I'm going only to be prepared. I have 2 pips. I think I have 2 pips spread, so this must be more like 15 pips here. Yeah, more like, let's say 14. Okay. Okay, I'm getting prepared for pound CAD if I have signals. I don't want to miss you. Okay, pound dollar, maybe. I don't have yet nothing. Pound New Zealand, have an entry, but it's ranging like I have big spread in pound New Zealand, so I need something really from the high of the low of the day. Well, we are in the high, right? Yes, we are in the high, but pound New Zealand is not one of my favorite pair to trade. Stop here. Okay. I'm getting prepared for gold and pound CAD. Now it's retracing back. Let's see. And we have in the 30 minutes, 1, 2, 3 ball in goal. 15 minutes, we had also 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 in 5. We need this to be line. My stop will be a little larger. Yeah, okay. The beauty of this system is that you have so many time frame involved that there's no second guessing. So when they are in sync, they are in sync. So you don't have to force anything, any trade. Okay, pound dollar, try to go short, pound yen, try to go short. I'm in the 1 minute and I don't see nothing yet. So a pound yen could be a stop loss here, let's see. Template. Only just in case, but the 1 hour is not in sync. So here is too big, but yesterday I missed maybe something here, like 10 pips. $1. The pips. If you enter in any trade, let me know or let the group know. Like this, we can go look at it and see if we can benefit of that. And then we are big boys and big girls to understand that even if someone calls something, it could be a winner or it could be a loser. So you have also always to control your risk. Okay, so for example, Betty, so I have this level, right? That was like breaking. So if I play like a cell limit, I play something here for a cell. But the problem with those sell limit or buy limit or sell stop, buy stop is that you are not really in sync with your system, So here it's going maybe to retest this area and go back to the downside, right? And your stop loss could be here, but here you're not in sync. So I have this bar, but it can repaint. It can go and go over, and that's the problem with the sell buy, or the sell buy, the sell limit or the buy limit at those points, because you really don't enter when you have momentum. So you have to be really be very, very good to look for levels of demand, supply demand, uh, to be sure that the price is going to to pull back, or reject those areas. So I'm not that good at each time that I try to play those. It goes against me. I took many top and bottom, so I prefer to be really in sync with any system you use. So to be in sync with the system. No, nothing is in sync, even in the 1 minute. That's unbelievable. It's because that big move in the Asian session that I don't see nothing. Maybe Euro New Zealand is giving us a trade now. Ah, no, the 1 hour is not in sync. Sorry. Aussie dollar could be a good one, guys, also. It's not a big mover, but and we are painting these three balls, so and you can push it and push it.
I wonder if Rajiv and Santiago would have took that pound yen on the 1 minute because it is pushed over 30 pips
This
short.
one here.
Yeah, basically you
Uh,
got a cross on your 5 minute, and then I guess you got your 5 minute, your 15, and your 30 is a
okay.
line. So I don't know if they would have took it. He's muted out,
I
so
I don't think so because it's right that in any other system you have very a good confirmation with this heavy downtrend. But if we follow the rules, we are missing the 1 hour to be in sync. So if I trade that to the shore, it's not following the sync system because I don't see any entry yet. But yes, the downtrend it has been very good. So you can say that this one
Sorry,
hour is
sorry, I'm
not
back online.
important.
There was a question
Okay.
on the pound yen.
Yes, Len is asking if there's an entry in the pound yen in the 5 minutes, and I
oh
don't
no,
see it.
the 1 minute, the one
Ah,
minute,
the
not
one.
the five.
Okay, the 1 minute. Okay, so the we have this color change
Uh,
in the 1 hour since a little while. Len, you are right. We are in a really strong downtrend. So maybe we don't need so many confirmation. What is your thinking about it, Rajit?
Go back to the M1.
Yes.
Okay, so at the beginning of the session, there was a long trade, right? When it got
Yes.
into sync. So is that what
Yes.
you're talking about, Lynn?
No, I was thinking about the short trade. I got a three ball at the peak of the session, and then all of a
Okay.
sudden when it flipped, when the 5 minute went below the zero line, I had the 5 minute, the 15, and the 30 sync up, and it dropped for 30. That's why and I knew the 1 hour hadn't synced up. I know the 3 hour is in line with it.
Right.
So the only thing that didn't sync up was that. So I was wondering, as your scalping strategy, would you would have taken that, or you just were
Okay.
waiting for a three ball retrace?
Go back to the one, please. That. I mean, if you go according to the system, the answer is no.
Okay.
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 But if you're doing the syncing for a quick scalp, but you're not scalping because you're really in line with the overall trend at this point, right? Because the
Okay.
overall trend is a short. If I was being adventurous, I would take it where you're saying, take it from the top and then go down. But that's just matching three of the four time frames.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have one, two,
It's
three.
riskier.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I was just wondering if you would, because I noticed that I don't really play the 1 minute that often, and I see a lot of little opportunities like that, especially when the five crosses below. But the 1 hour may not be in sync, but the 5, the 15, and the 30 might, and it tends to move pretty good off of a three ball. So
Uh,
I was just wondering, do you guys normally take those? If after the market has made a big move like this, you're not really sure how long it's going to be before it sets up again. Do you take
yeah,
those
so
little opportunities like that?
if you go to the 1 hour, please, on that, you can see it's in a two ball retrace on the 1 hour, right? I mean, I'm actually trading this to the top of the channel
Right.
and then taking a short again. So this is right now it's going sideways. It's at the bottom of the channel on the two ball, and I'm looking for entries to go long. So if you go to the 5 minute now, I'm actually
So
looking for a sync to go long. So H4 hasn't turned yet.
yes.
So H4 will give me the low of the day, but it's giving me the low of the session. So I'm getting ready to go long on this, but I'm not long yet.
and what is the beauty of this system, and you have made a very good point, is that everything has to be in sync because this is the typical. So after a good move like this, that it wants to trap people going short at this point. Maybe it's going to go in short, I don't know, but this is the typical going short and trap volume at this area. And as Rajiv is waiting to go in sync to go long. And that's what most of institution and market makers does, that they make people going in one direction because we have in this direction at the beginning of the session. They trap volume at this area and then they spike to the other side. And they are
So if you go
playing.
to the 15-minute on this, please, you can see the drop between the Asian and the Euro session has been like 50, 60 pips or 80 pips, right?
Right.
And that's typically, if I was just trading the market makers, I would not be trading this pair because it's already made such a big move between the sessions that it has to recover. Right, so I would wait for an M or a W in the European session, in this case a W.
Gotcha.
I'm not looking at the indicators, I'm just looking for a W formation basically.
Mhm.
He's flipping too fast. Okay. Dang, Raphael, you just moved too
So
fast.
sorry that I have the scanner. I'm
Okay.
trading at I'm trading at the same time. So sorry.
So you have a 3 ball on the 15 at the bottom. That's telling me that the trend is about to change. But that's not my entry. My entry is then, it goes up a little bit, bounces up, then comes back down. And on that second leg of the W is where I would enter. That's the market maker method.
And they are going to make maybe this move that is 25 pips. It's tradable,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care at this point because my
Right.
W has not formed.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. That's the point. We don't have to care about it because the system gives you many good setup that when you get back to review your trade, you're going to see, look, okay, I took this trade because everything was in sync with my system. But if you take it here, let's see, go to the 1 minute and try to go, nothing is in sync. So you are not going to be sure if the system is working, or you are going to try to tweaker and everything. Yesterday, I took all those trades according to the system, and I missed hundreds of pips, hundreds, because I exit so early. But the opportunity there's there all the time, so you don't have to force this trade to the downside. And even yes, I know I know this pattern. So this could be very a good place to go here, and they go back, or they are going to change the direction at this level because people they are going to try to take these 25 pips and they are going to get trapped in this area. That's and we are at the beginning of this session. We have the London session opening in 7 minutes. So very good point, Len. Very good point. Thank you, Reggie, to answer because yes, I'm tempting also to get those 25, 30 pips. Okay, but at that level, sometimes I'm going to make it, but sometimes I'm not, and I'm going to start questioning the system, and it's not the system. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not going to work, but you have to play by the rules. That's important. Be disciplined is very important. And it's very hard for me, really. I have to admit, I want to get in a trade all the time. So I have sometimes a demo account aside to press the sell it buy button because for me it's so hard to be here and no trade.
well, if you feel that way, then you should just be trading the 1 minute chart.
Yes.
The 1 minute
Yeah.
chart will give you, and you just won't make 50 pips all the time. You'll make 10 to 15
Okay,
pips.
we have the goal. Sorry to interrupt you. We have goal thinking. Yes, we're missing this. Let me see that. 30 pips. It's okay. I'm going to take this trade. 0.25%. Okay, I enter in goal. Sorry, Reggie, to interrupt you. So we had that entry also in the 5 minute. Maybe he changed the 1 hour. Something here was the best entry or somewhere here. The better entry must be like here. That is 20 pips better. Okay, I play a small risk, so no buy or hold recommendation, guys. Okay, Rajit, I interrupt you. Sorry.
Yeah, I was saying that if you want to be in trade all the time, just play the 1 minute, right? The 1 minute will give you trades all day long, but keep in mind, if you're not in sync with the 1 hour trend or a 15-minute trend in this case, you're going to get losing trades.
Right.
Okay, so you got to be aware of where the 15-minute ball is. So in this case, I think you have the 15-minute ball on the 1 minute chart, right?
Right.
So if you looked at the beginning of the, no, go back to the 15. You see the 3 ball at the top before the Asian session started, right?
Right.
Okay, I guess you can't do a vertical line there. Oh, you can. Okay. Now, if you slide the vertical line over to where the retracement, the 1, 2, 3 finished.
Finish here.
Okay. Now, anchor that point. No, you're too far to the right. But
Too far?
yeah, where the 1 ball at the top is.
Here.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like four bars to the right. Yeah, right there.
4 bar.
No.
It's
Go 2. Yeah, 1 more bar to the left.
to the left.
There you go.
Okay.
Anchor that point, and if you can you anchor the point?
No, it's not
All
in
right,
sync.
then go to the 1 minute and try to find that line.
Yeah. So
There you go. Now where's your entry? Your entry, keep sliding the vertical till you get an entry.
where the 1 hour is not in sync at that point.
Yeah, the
So
1 hour is flipped over.
here. Yeah.
No,
Here
go
is
more to your right.
yeah,
More to your
somewhere
right.
here.
You got a fresh cross.
I
Go to the fresh cross.
yes, here.
Right there. That's
Yeah.
your entry. And your stop loss
Right.
should be about 5 pips at that point.
Right.
And if you always want to be in a trade, there's your trade.
Right.
And you stay in it till your 1 hour changes color.
Right.
How many pips would you have gotten?
Okay. So only to show you the panel.
No. How many pips would you have gotten on that one?
Oh, in the pound yen.
Pound yen 1 minute.
Yeah. So
From
at
your
that
entry,
point,
yeah, to where it changed colors.
90
No,
pips. To change
To
color
where
in
each
the
one
1 hour.
changed color. Yeah.
Yeah, about 90 some pips.
To this area
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I have like 50 pips.
There you go. And that's your trade.
Right.
And you can find, if you pick the pairs you want, if you look at your scanner and you say, okay, my yen pairs are the play of the day when you walked in. You can do euro yen, pound yen. You can play the yen basket basically with the same system.
Right.
Money management, risk management obviously has to match. But if you make 50 pips out of the 6 pairs,
Right.
that's 300 pips.
Exactly.
Or if you start taking add-ons on this, if you start adding the add-ons in the 1 minute, please. No, don't. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Here,
Yeah,
right?
right there. That's one.
Then
It's not a fresh cross, but it's close enough. And the next one right there. The next one. Okay. So you got 3 add-ons. How many pips is that in total?
we have 50 right here, another 60,
110,
60,
170,
and 60.
230 pips. You're just
Yeah.
looking at one pair.
Right.
Yeah.
So, go
I
ahead.
guess my issue is when I come in, I guess looking at the market, trying to verify what's the best setup. I don't know if I should or shouldn't. I kind of use the strength meter to kind of like, okay, gauge which pair is going to be the weakest or the strongest. I think I jump in a little too soon because I was in the pound yen short, but I think I got in when it was trying to establish the high and the low, set the market because it didn't hit. I stepped away and all of a sudden, right where it pulled back on the in the I guess early Asian, it got me out, and I had a 10 pip stop loss. So I was like,
Right.
okay. Well, then it started consolidating, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till maybe the trade session. So I walked away, and I was falling asleep. Man, when I got back, it just took off on me. I was looking at the Euro Yen short as well. I was in that one. I was in both of them early Asian, and they got up as much as like maybe 6 or 7 pips a piece, and then they retraced on me, and I was like, okay, what's going on? So, and I had my stop loss in at the next level, the next 3 ball on the 5. After that, when it starts to go down, and it broke the round
I'm
numbers,
entering in pound dollar short.
and it retraced on me. So I just kind of like, well, I was gonna wait for it. So
Oh,
it
I
took
sorry.
off.
It's a bad trade.
Yeah,
Here.
I was waiting on Raphael to get back to the pound yen, but
Yeah.
so that I could understand what you're saying, Len. Sorry, without the chart, it doesn't
Um,
Sorry,
make sense.
sorry,
go to
sorry.
the 5 minute on the pound yen
Yes.
Okay,
and drill
what were you
in.
doing?
So basically, early Asian, I took that early entry going in, and it made that
Where?
first 1 ball. And you see, it made the 3 ball,
Yeah.
right? And if you go over, you find an entry. Go over till you find an entry.
Okay.
And I played that short,
Now
and
there is no entry till here.
so I definitely have to wait for the H10.
Oh, you're okay. Sorry, I forget you on the 5.
Yeah, I was on
Yeah.
the 5.
Look at the entry on the 5 minute with the H4, H1, and H30 and H15, M15 matchup.
Yeah.
So can you
So
move that vertical line, the leftmost vertical line, over to the left?
I think we have the first entry right here
No. It's first entry at the beginning of the Asian session.
on the
Uh,
here.
Not too fast. That's not the Asian. Yeah, you can say that right there.
yeah,
Okay.
That's an entry short right there.
yeah, that's what I got in. I got in there, and it played to the 1 ball, and it pulled back because I set my stop a little bit right at that where it dropped at.
Yeah, can you move the
Keep going to your
entry?
left.
Keep going. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I pretty much put my entry
Okay.
kind of like right up in,
Where's your
like right
stop?
underneath that 3. I put my stop like right underneath the 3 ball, right where that big red line is. That's where I put my stop.
It
So it was
should be
like right at
above the
the.
3 ball, right?
So it should have been above the 3 ball. I had it a little
Yeah.
too tight. Okay.
Yes.
So
How many
okay.
pips of the stop is there, Raphael, from that entry? No,
To the
stop,
top,
When
to the
stop
top of
loss.
the 3 ball.
Stop loss.
I stop loss only 10, 15, 10 to 15 pips.
Okay, so maybe that's not a good entry because 15 pip stop loss. Where is the next entry?
Well, I'm being so hard, but you can set 9 pips stop loss.
Okay, 9 pip, and then your exit is where the H1 turns over, right?
Here,
So right there.
9 pips.
Well, basically it hit the one ball. If you look to your left, you see that 3 ball, or I guess that's a 2 ball on his.
Yeah.
If you look down, Raphael, look to your left. Raphael, he changed up.
Hold on, guys. I'm trading, so I'm going to move to break even. Sorry. Hold on. Move to break even. Okay, move to break even. So I'm safe. Okay. Pound yen. Sorry, guys.
When you see that ball to your left, like right when the session started.
Yes, here.
Come
This
down.
one.
Come down. The
Yeah,
next one
yes.
to your left, right there. That's where I put my stop loss. I mean,
Okay.
my take profit. I mean, my
To
take profit.
Okay.
And see, and it retraced on me, and I guess I had my stop too tight, and it
Yeah.
took me out because I didn't have it above the 3 ball.
Right.
So, but when it started consolidating, I was like, okay, well, I'll wait to maybe later. And then it just took off on me, so I stepped away, to kind of refresh and wake up and everything because I was falling asleep.
Sure.
When I got back, it was like it took off past that area, and it just got me out. So I wasted the opportunity because I stepped away. So it was,
Right.
I mean, I was waiting for it, but it was just like I didn't know when it was going to take off. So I just thought maybe it was going to take off closer to the London session, and it took off on me. So I missed out on it.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I mean, that was your first entry. It was correct entry. Yes, your stop loss was a little tight.
Okay.
But that's your take profit was correct because you didn't want to sit in front of the screen, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
which is fine. The actual stop, the actual take profit is either the M30 turning over or the H1 turning over. Now you don't. It's going to turn over multiple times when it's in consolidation. So you got to play your technicals at that point. You draw your horizontal line, say, okay, your Asian session, you're going up and down, up and down. You got to live through that, right?
Yeah.
And after the Asian session, when it started to drop, then you say, okay, where did the M30 turn over? That's my early sign that the trend may be coming to an end.
Okay.
And then I tighten my stops. So that's when I place my technical stop at the pivot point, which would be right where Raphael's arrow is right now.
Okay.
And I just follow it down, technical stops, and I'm still in the trade, right?
Yeah.
Even though I have a 3-ball.
You have another trade here.
Yeah. You do your add-ons. I'm just saying that if you didn't do that. So really, you haven't been taken out yet because your stop is right where your technical stop is to the right. No, go down. Move your arrow down.
Like this?
Yeah, go to the European session.
Okay, yeah.
The top of the European session is where your stop is right now. Stop loss.
Oh, okay.
And you've already booked whatever number of pips you've booked. You're not worried about your trade anymore. Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
not it's at the top of the European session, not that one.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
So now if it pivots and takes out the 3-ball again, you have a tighter stop. You just keep moving your stops.
Gotcha. I guess I set it right underneath the ball because I figured the ball wasn't really. I thought maybe because with the ball being in the way on top of it, the candle, I didn't think it was. I thought maybe that's probably where it closed.
Well, I put it on top of the ball because it gives me
Okay.
the buffer between the high and the ball itself.
Okay. I got you.
Maybe 1 or 2 pips or 3 pips, whatever it is. I don't worry about that,
Oh, okay. That's cool. I guess I have to do that. But my approach was correct, right? I mean,
Yes.
It looked like it was okay.
Yes. I mean, your stop loss was tight. It was like 5 to 7 pips. And, maybe give it a 10 pip. Make just say it's a 10 pip standard stop loss for you,
Okay.
If it's more than 10 pips, you just wait for a better entry.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I was frustrated because I was like, this is what I've been waiting on, and I stepped away to kind of wake up. I just didn't know when it was gonna come out of consolidation. I mean, it came out and I came back to Santiago. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Santiago was posting his pictures. I was like, oh my God. I was like, man, I was waiting on that. And it just, I don't know. Yeah. It was crazy. I was
Okay,
frustrated.
I mean,
It's all good.
that's why you do this on a demo to learn, right?
Yeah.
And whatever you're comfortable with, you have to catch your comfort level.
We have an
Yeah.
entry
I mean, I'm
count
playing live. I just reduced how much I'm
add
playing.
on
I learned.
in
So,
pound
but I'm
dollar.
playing live. I've been doing pretty decent, but it's just I'm waiting for those big ones like Santiago. It's just I was waiting on it, and I called out RCN and I walked away from that one because it started going long, and then all of a sudden it turned around and dropped.
All right, let me show you something in a second. Okay, go to the 4 hour, please, on the pound yen.
Yes.
Okay, 4 hour. You see that yellow ball at the top? 3 ball, right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see the weekly and the daily turning over, the D2 and the weekly.
Hmm.
You know you're in for a short trade at that point. I don't know what day that was. What date was it? What was the date on that? 20th, yesterday.
Yeah, the 20th. Yeah.
And this was at 4 a.m. So at the end, that's 8 a.m. Ending time on that candle. So 8 a.m. is what is 8 a.m.? 1 a.m. Eastern.
Hmm.
If you Rafael, if you go to yesterday at 1 a.m. on the 15-minute chart. There it is on the left, all the way on the left.
Here, no?
Okay, now go to the 3 ball. This is where you're synchronizing 15 minutes to the 4 hour. And where's your entry? Your entry is on the next bar.
Okay.
1 bar over. There's your entry. Now you could refine this entry in the 5 minute and the 1 minute, whatever, right? But you're trading the 4 hour. If you go from there, what is your stop loss and what is your profit? Rafael.
Yes.
Sorry, Santiago's on my mind when I talk 4
Hold on.
What is your stop loss? How many pips? That's what I was wondering.
At the top of the ball, it'll probably be shouldn't be that
9
much.
pips.
10
9,
pips.
yeah.
And to the 3 ball at the bottom, how many pips is that?
7, 8 pips.
I don't know.
To the one at the bottom from your
Yeah.
entry to the one at the bottom. From
Here,
there to the
Yeah.
to the one at the bottom.
End of the US session, beginning of the US session.
7 pips, yeah. 6,
Yeah,
7.
beginning of the US session is the 3 ball I'm talking about. How far is
You
that?
talking about your take profit at the bottom?
Yeah.
US session is here. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a US session, right? There's 3 ball at the bottom.
Yes, here.
No, not there. To your right.
Here. Okay.
How far is that from your entry?
Go straight down. No, go down.
Straight down.
Ah,
At the
okay.
beginning of there at the beginning of the US.
115 pips.
Yeah.
So that's your 4 hour sync. Now you got a yellow ball on the 15, but this is a 2 ball on the 4 hour. If you go back to the 4 hour. You were on the 1 hour. But that 1 ball or 2 ball over there is a 3 ball on the 15. So if you move your vertical over, Rafael, yeah, move your vertical over 2 bars. Right there. Now go back to the 15. Yesterday.
Here.
Yeah, so you see it'll be 4 hours, so 16 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go 16 bars, so you're right.
Here.
Somewhere in there, yeah. That'll be where your vertical line be, the one that you're measuring from. So move that over to your right. Yeah, this. Just move it over to the 3 ball. Yeah, so that's basically where your 4 hour landed, and then your entries on the saddle. Somewhere in here is your entry. I mean, you're playing a retrace at this point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going back to the 3 ball at the top. How many pips is that? You're no, to the right, to the right.
78 is double top.
Yeah.
Actually.
Now on this trade, the stop loss is horrendous, so you won't even take this trade. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now you come to today, the 3 ball, and where you measure out the 5 to 9 pips, and you're back again in sync with the 4 hour. If you go back to the 4 hour, that's your 1 ball at the top on the 4 hour.
Okay.
Gotcha. So when you see your balls, you use that as a heads up for change direction on your higher time frames.
Correct.
Okay. I just need to drill that home for some reason. I guess I get so caught up in looking at the lower time frame. I just have to drill at home when you get a 3 ball on your higher time frame. Even if you're on your 15-minute, correct?
Correct.
You get a 3 ball, you're looking
3
for
ball doesn't mean entry. 3 ball just means a heads up that a trend is about to change. And then you look where the filters should line up.
So that means I need to just stay put.
Yes. So for example, like the euro yen and the pound yen, I've been in since yesterday. I've taken five lots each. I'm up 230 pips on the pound yen.
Good.
And 270 on the euro yen. But I'm doing swing trading on the 4. So I'm sticking with it till I get a yellow ball on the 4 or a red 2 ball on the 4. So all the ups and downs there, it went up and down, it went against me. I didn't care. It didn't take the 3 ball out, so I'm good.
Okay, I closed the goal because it's going to take me out in my break even, so I took 8 pips.
Okay.
Okay.
But
I was late actually.
Does that make sense? What I'm saying, guys?
Yes. A lot.
I know you guys take your trend off the 1 hour, but I get my overall trend from the 4 hour.
Mm.
And I'm basically playing the balls on the 4 hour. The yellow ball to 1 ball, 1 ball, 1 ball to the next ball, to get a yellow ball again. So if you look at the up trade, and it was on the 30th of September when you got the yellow ball. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, 20 October.
20th October? No, if you go to the yellow ball at the bottom.
And in the bottom here
is
right.
So
the 1st
do vertical over there, please.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm playing the long till I get the next ball on the 4 hour, which is the 1 ball at the top, right? I'm not even thinking shorts. I'm just going long. Once I get the 1 ball, then I'm going short. This on the 15-minute or 5-minute or 1 minute, whatever you want to play.
Okay.
Then once I get the 1 ball at the bottom, I'm taking a long to the next ball, then short to the next ball, then long to the next ball, then short. So if I'm playing the 1 minute, 5 minute, or 15-minute, I'm just looking at my cue on the 4 hour, which way the trend is, and just trading in that trend. Does that make sense?
Yes, I can move perfectly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you just go into your 4 hour and you're looking at you just following your balls, basically your 3 ball, waiting for your trend change.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna play in that direction until you get another ball and a possible trend change. I guess the thing that's confusing to me is as it starts to move up, it's forming 3 balls, but you're not caring about the 3 balls on the 4 hour because as it makes a high, that's a 3 ball, correct?
Yeah. So your 3 ball probably moved, right?
Yes.
But the 3 ball is just telling me that the trend is about to change. I'm on my 15-minute. My 15-minute is actually telling me what the price is doing right now.
Okay.
Right. So Rafael, can you move your
Yes.
vertical line to the one ball on the 11th of October?
11th of October.
Keep going. Keep going. That one. Right. Yeah, that one. No, the ball. Where the ball is.
Okay.
This was probably a yellow ball. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you drop it to the 15, you'll get a short play. Where is the vertical line?
Yeah, you're gonna back up and
I don't know if I have enough data. Yes, I have.
There it
there
is.
it is. Okay.
Okay. Now this is the end of the day, so you're not
Yeah.
playing that, right?
Of course. Okay.
So you come to the next day, and all of a sudden you're long, right, on the 15-minute.
Yeah.
The three ball at the bottom. If you move that to the right, there's Rafael, to where the three ball is at the bottom.
Here.
Keep going to the right. Yeah,
Right there.
right there. And then go back to the 4. Four-hour, yeah. So you're in the middle here, right?
Yeah.
Or the 4 hours. So you're still waiting for a short on the 15-minute, right? So go back to the 15. Where is your short? Your short is at the beginning of the European session. That's your trade. So
Okay.
if you move your vertical over to the three ball on the European session.
And that's my continuation to go long.
Well, I mean, the trade down is that one. That's your one ball on the 4 hour, right?
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
if you move to the bottom of the bottom three ball and go back to the 4 hour, you will see that that's the one ball on the 4 hour.
That's the one ball on the 4 hour. Okay. Gotcha.
Right there. And now you're saying, okay, this one ball is only forming, it's not finished yet, but your 15-minute is telling you it's turning.
Okay.
And now you're going long. And look at how far long you went.
Yeah.
You could just play the 4 hour on this. Okay, I'm long, wherever it syncs up. Or you can do on the 15-minute. Just take an entry, and all your blue bars, you just to the one ball. You make your pips, or however you want to play it. You want to do it on the 5 minute. You want to do it on the 1 minute. Makes no difference. Your direction is set. And that's the only direction you're going to trade in. Yeah, you may miss 20, 30 pips in the other retrace. Who cares? Your long-term direction is long. And that's all. Those are the best trades you will get.
Gotcha.
Now, a lot of people want to do counter trend trading and blah, 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 blah. But to me, that's a lot of stress. Why bother doing that when I know where my trend is and I know where my trade is going to be?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Now,
I guess, like I said, that's the confusing part when it continues to make 3 balls as it goes up. What is your rule on that? Do you wait for it to break that 3 ball? If it breaks that 3 ball, do you know?
I don't care about 3 balls, right?
Oh, you don't? On the way up?
3 ball is just an indicator that it might change, but my filters are telling me whether it's going to change or not.
Okay, you're using the filter to determine if it changes or not. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. What was your determination as it starts to trend up? You're starting at the bottom and it starts to trend up. What's giving you the determination to say, okay, it still wants to continue? You're using your filters to determine that, right?
Correct.
Okay, your higher time frame filters to determine that. Okay.
Yeah, if I'm trading the 15-minute, I'm only looking at the H10. I'm not looking at the T2 and the weekly. Right?
Okay, you're looking at the H10. Okay.
And because the H10 is the lowest time frame on the 15, I think. Can you go back to the 15?
Yes.
Yeah. So H10 is my trend indicator on the 15. So I'm just looking at the H10 to see where the trend is changing on the H4 and then matching that on the H15.
Okay. Gotcha. That's a good way of looking at it, I guess. 'Cause I guess, I'd rather have a better idea of how you plan your trade. That way, when I come in, I know at least what I'm looking for.
Yeah, if you ask Santiago how we look at it, we we look at the dashboard actually, to see where. I mean, on mine is H1, H4, D2, D1, and W1. Which ones are lining up? Those four. Then I look at my detailed dashboard, where I have all the other intermediate time frames to see if the intermediate time frames are lining up or not. And if they are, I have my trend at that point, and that's what I'm trading. So like the yen pairs, I knew they were going to retrace, and that's what they're doing right now, is retracing. So if I'm really playing this, if you go to the current time frame there, Rafia.
Which one?
If you go to
Currency.
today, yeah, current,
Okay.
and not currency pair.
Oh, sorry.
Current.
The current. Okay.
If you look at it right on the 15,
We have entry here.
15, right?
No,
What do you see?
we missed this entry.
I was going to look at the 15.
The 15. Okay.
Look at the 15. 15 is telling me I'm still short.
Yes.
Right. The retrace has not started yet because the H4 hasn't turned colors. I don't have a low of the day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I can't go long till I actually at least have a low of the day because I'm doing a counter trend going long on the pound yen. Correct?
Correct.
Like yesterday on the H4 when it did a low of the day, I could take a counter trend. I mean, the stop loss was horrendous, but if you just look at it, you can go long from there because you're looking for a high of the day from the low of the day. This is what we're talking about, Lynn. But you still have to have synchronous filters, which you didn't have. Now, if you look at the M1 yesterday in the European session.
I don't know if I have enough data. Let me see.
Okay. Or M5. Either one. Yesterday. Yeah. So even on the retrace on the US session, sorry, not the European session. You didn't have a trade. Oh, you had a trade right there, where the H4
right.
turned. H4
yes.
turned. No, where the H4 turned.
H4. Here.
Yeah, and then where's your saddle on the M15?
Yeah.
That's your entry. And if you
pips.
play that to the next yellow ball, I mean, you only have a 13 pip stop.
80 pips.
Yeah, so 1 to 6 trade.
Right.
So, I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, if I'm scalping, I'm looking at the 15-minute or the 1 hour trend, and then trading it on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. If it's a 1 hour trend, I'm trading on the 5 minute. It's a 15-minute trend, I'm trading on the 1 minute. On my entry on the 1 minute. I mean, 1 minute is going to give me tighter stop losses. So right now I'm playing the USD yen today as a counter trend. That's all I'm doing. It's a counter trend trade.
I get out from the pound dollar for negative 2 and 3, so 5 pips.
Yeah.
And positive in gold for 8 pips. So I'm roughly negative 3 pips for the day.
Yeah, I'm up 14 pips on gold.
Okay, go.
You took 10 pips on the USD yen.
You took it here, the gold, right?
I went short. Yeah.
Yeah. I missed that one.
I was the late entry, but yeah.
Yeah, I was really late.
Or I took it on the 1 minute, I think.
The 1 minute. Yeah. Here up. Yeah, I closed
Yeah,
it.
that
Right.
that was somewhere in there was the entry.
Yeah, and it's still going. I will wait for another entry.
Yeah.
So, and now pound dollar and pound yen, they have
They're
made
doing a
below.
retrace. Yeah.
Yeah, we have an entry here in pound dollar.
Well, again, I mean, you have to plan your trades, right? So
Right.
the 4 hour will give you the weekly look as to where you should be trading on that any currency pair. So when we say you should concentrate on one currency pair or two currency pairs, you pick your pairs and look at the 4 hour trend and just trade it in sync with the trend, and you're good to go. Then any time frame you pick from the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, doesn't matter. You know which direction you're going to trade in, and you just stick with that for that day. Don't get fooled with the counter trade. So don't get emotional that, oh geez, it moved 30 minutes. So, I was going long, it moved 30 pips short and I missed it. So what? You're going to get a
Right.
70 pip trade to the long side. That's the plan you have to make on a daily basis if you're trading daily.
Right.
Pound yen just retraced on me totally.
Now we have an entry here. About they're big. Those stop loss in pound yen at the moment. It moved.
The lazy way would be just stay on the 5 minute and have everything sync up with the 3 ball, and you're good to go. And you don't have to do a long term analysis. Because the 5 minute is going to show you the 4 hour, 1 hour, 30,
Right.
all the way. So if you're 3 or 4 time frames plus the 5 minute is in sync, you're going to get your pips. I just like to do the 4 hour analysis.
I mean, it makes sense because if even if you're a little late, it moves so much
Right.
Right.
that you still have opportunity to get you some pips out of it.
Right. Partly the reason why I look at the ATR, if it's over 100, those are the pairs I concentrate on. If it's something like 50, 60 pips, I can only make 15, 20 pips out of that. Why bother? And as you know, my daily plan is 30 pips a day. So I can get those 30 pips on something that's moving 100 pips a day than something that's moving only 50 pips a day. It'll take me longer on the 50 pips a day, but I want to be in and out. Like today, I would have been out. I already made my 30 pips and I would have been out. But Ken said, to post my trade, so I'm staying in for a while.
Okay, gotcha.
The USD yen, the 4 hours flashing long.
Mm. Yeah.
Getting a long trade.
Right.
Yeah, I'm on the 5 minute.
The 5.
Yeah. So that 4 hours now blue. It's going to retrace a little bit. Give me my long entry. And I'll just trade it to the next yellow ball. 15-minute yellow ball. 3 ball.
Okay, I have it.
Doing a 15-minute retrace right now, the one ball retrace.
I guess by looking at knowing how to play the higher time frame, it kind of lets you know when the market is setting up and what is it doing, because the lower time frame moves so frequently up and down. The higher time frame is a little bit more smoother and steady.
So the old axiom, the shorter time frames are going to follow the longer time frame. The longer time frame has a larger weight to it. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that the shorter time frames build the higher time frames. So whichever axiom you live by, you just trade like that. Just on the USD yen, I'm up 25 pips. I mean, I have 4 lots on, but it's not that difficult to make 30 pips if you trust the system.
Right.
So you said the USD yen. So you took that on the 5,
Yeah.
even though the 10-hour wasn't sync. It wasn't in sync.
The 4 hour is the highest time frame, right? So, yeah, I mean, it was flashing in between when I took the trade, and then it went blue to red, blue to red, blue to red. So I knew it was turning around. Plus, I had a 3 ball, the 1 hour and the 15-minute 3 ball, telling me that it was going to push. So I took the trade when the 30-minute crossed over.
Only
On the
for your
30 minute.
information, price action, gold, you project the 1780.
Yeah.
Okay, so be careful if you have some pips. Maybe it would be good to take them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at break even right now. So
Yeah.
my still hasn't given me a low of the day, so I'm going to stay short on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's when you know what you're looking for, it's easier to take the trades. I guess when you're still kind of hesitant on what direction you want to play, and when you see it setting up and going in that direction, yeah, you can go ahead and just take it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of looking at the 4 hour or 1 hour, is to get your sense of direction for that day. Well, the 4 hour will give you for the week, but the 1 hour will give it to you for the day. And then you go to your lower time frame and trade in that direction. Don't worry about the counter trends. You just let it set up in the same direction as your 1 hour, for example. And you will get your 30, 40, 50 pips. Especially if you take add-ons. You don't have to have multiple pairs that you're looking at. All depends on what your goal is, right?
I mean, 30 pips is a good enough goal. I mean, it's people that only trade 15 to 20, but they're trading $100 lot sizes, so it really doesn't matter.
You adjust your lot sizes to meet your monitoring goals, but the smaller you keep your pips per day, the higher chances of success you're going to have.
Gotcha.
I've lost my most money when I'm being greedy,
Right.
Not knowing when to get out. And that's why I keep it to 30 pips. I achieve my 30 pips and I take my stakes out and go to sleep.
That's good.
Rajiv,
Yeah.
what is the theory by this that San Diego says we have to pick up a pair with H4 and H10?
No.
You talk about H4 and he takes also H10 too.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Don't go too fast.
No, just a question. Same question.
Just pick a pair, any pair that you like to trade, that you know how it moves. Any
It's-
pair. Doesn't make any difference.
Take pound yen. It's
If you take the pound yen, Safia, sorry, I keep calling you Santiago.
No.
Go as far back as you can on the 1 minute. Just hit page up and you just hit page up on your computer and it'll move.
Okay, but I don't have.
Okay, that's fine.
More.
That's fine. Where are we on this?
It's
yesterday,
20,
right?
Yes, yeah.
7. That's 7 o'clock at night. So go to the next day. That'll be today anyway. Yeah. So this is where you are. This is just stay there. Sit. You're in Europe, so you should be away for the Asian session, correct? Or
Right.
No,
no, I'm not.
you're going too far to the right.
Yeah.
Go to your left. Go to your left. No, the other way. Yeah. You see that ball at the top? No. In today's session,
To the right.
right there.
Yeah.
What is it telling you at the bottom? To go long, right?
Mhm.
But you already missed your trade. So if you took that trade long on the saddle on the 5 minute filter,
Mhm.
you made some pips, right? Because everything lined up.
Yeah.
More to your right. Yeah, that one. And you go to the where the 1 hour change, whatever. Yeah, that's 11 pips, 12 pips.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the 1 hour flipped over,
Mhm.
and you're going short. Where does the short sync up? And this is pure scalping now, right? You're not looking at the higher time frames, nothing. Where does your short sync up there, Rafael?
Sorry?
Where's a short trade?
Short
short.
right here. Here.
Right there. And how far did that go? Short. Where is the H1 turnover? Yeah, where did the H1 turnover?
Okay. So this is 5 minute chart.
So you got taken out on that one, right? You lost some money. Or if you
Yeah.
went to the one ball, whatever, H1 turnover over there, you made 9 or 10 pips,
Right.
right? 15 pips. So that's 26. Where is the next short?
Short. Yeah.
No, you already taken that trade. Go past the one ball.
Okay. Here.
Keep going. You're right. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Where's the short now? Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the 1 hour turnover on this one?
Mhm.
How many pips is that?
$50 pips.
That's 70, 76, 80 pips.
Mhm.
Right.
You're done for the day. And you can do this day in, day out. Take your 1 hour filter,
Mhm.
that's your direction you're going to trade. Wait for your sync to happen
Mhm.
and go.
Yeah.
Now, there will be times when the 1 hour is going to flip, right? Back and forth, back and forth. You stay out of the market at that point, let it set. And then go in the direction where it's set.
Mhm.
This is pure scalping. This is
Yeah.
not even looking at higher time frames to see, where your trade is and all that. Okay.
Okay, I enter in pound dollar long.
Okay. Found out.
Yeah. I made 7 pips stop loss. And I'm a little late. That one, that's more like 3 pips stop loss.
I mean, it does help if you know where your 1 hour trend is, that it's short,
Mm-hmm.
and you just take short trades on the 1 minute. That's it. Just wait for the shorts to set up and take your trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of 76 pips, you would have made 15 and 50, 65 pips. Are you not happy with 65? You have to make yourself. It's a mindset, right? I mean,
Right.
you can stress yourself out looking at the 1 minute chart, going up and down, up and down, up and down. If you can handle the fluctuations on the 1 minute, you can just stay on the 1 minute and play the 1 hour trend, or you can stay on the 5 minute and play the 4 hour trend.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the system is set up. You can do any time frame you want. You can play the 15 minute with the H10 trend. You can play the 1 hour with the D2 trend, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If I'm doing swing, I'm playing the weekly on the 4 hour.
Yeah, but I'm trading only London session because I'm working, so I have to stick to short time.
I'm just saying you can pick a time frame, you can pick a pair, and just trade on that with the 4th filter as your trend. Okay.
But it could be good to add understanding of your higher time frame trend. This I never looked so much back.
Right. If you're trading the 1 minute or 5 minute, then take the 1 hour trend. If you're trading the 15 minute or 1 hour, take the 4 hour trend.
Okay.
That's where the delineation is. So usually the 15 minute is a good entry point for a 4 hour trade, and the 5 minute is an entry for a 1 hour trade, and the 1 minute is a good entry for the 15 minute trade. Those are the correlations between time frames.
So what are you saying if I trade the 5 minute, follow the 4 hour?
Follow the 1 hour.
Follow the 1 hour if we trade the 5 minute.
Correct.
So if you trade the 15,
I mean the 4 hour is your long term trend, so you can follow the 4 hour trend.
Okay. So trade with the 4 hour. Okay.
Yeah.
And trend only in this direction.
Right. Now the H10 on the 5 minute is matching the 4 hour. You're golden. You have what was called what is it called? Mega trade.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the pound, like the euro yen, whatever. When the 4 hour, well, I guess I have the 10 hour and the 3 hour on here. I mean, with Santiago's.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a 10 hour,
Yeah,
3 hour,
about
10
the
hour,
same.
4 hour. Makes no difference.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed when the euro yen, when the 10 hour lined up with the 3 hour, 4 hour, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really pushed down, and you could have just stayed in until you, like you said, till you got.
If you notice, the bottom 4 filters on the 5 minute are the top 4 filters on the 15 minute. Okay. So if you go back to the 5 minute there, Rafael. If the top 4 are for this time frame, the bottom 4 are for the next time frame. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You take your entry on the top 4, but if the bottom 4 are synced up and the top one is just flip flopping, you can go to the higher time frame and stay in the trade. I did this so that I could see if I could move to the next time frame to follow my trade or not. Okay. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of what you're saying.
So on the 5 minute trade, I'm looking at the 15, 30, H1 and H4 to line up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
If the H10 lines up with the H4, I know I have a 15-minute trade. I can follow my trade on the 15-minute. I can flip from the 5-minute to the 15-minute, and it gives me a little less fluctuation, a little less stress. I've already locked in profits by then. But in this particular case, the H10 was already lined up. The H4 was already lined up when you took the trade. So your entry could be on your 5-minute, and you follow it on the 15-minute chart, so that you don't have those fluctuations in between the Asian and the European sessions. It's much smoother. It's just something to keep in mind. You don't have to trade that way. The reason I have the fifth filter in there is just to see if my higher time frame, the next higher time frame is lined up for me to shift over, so that I don't have to live with the fluctuations.
I mean, I like the concept of you saying looking at the 5-minute, you trade with the 4-hour. I mean, that's pretty much because I look at the 5-minute. I don't too much care for the one. I hadn't really played with it enough, but the 5-minute is a good relatively time frame. So if you're saying you waiting for that to you playing in the direction of the 4-hour or the 3-hour, whatever, with your 5-minute, okay, I like that. I mean, I'm going back and just looking at everything now. Just looking at your 5-minute and playing your 3-hour or whatever your 4-hour time. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it, and all once it changes over, you're just waiting for everything to sync up, and then you take the trade.
Correct.
Okay, I got you.
And if it's flip flopping, you stay out till it sets.
Yeah, I got you.
It's an aggressive entry when it's flip flopping to take the trade where it's flip flopping from, but it's better to stay out. Have patience. Let it set.
Yeah.
And the 4-hour is like 16 bars, or no, not 16. It's 48 bars on the 5-minute.
So like if I'm looking at a pair and it's coming into the day, and I see it if it's blue, but if my 1-hour change color, I still have to take that into consideration as well, right?
Correct.
Okay, if I see a color. Okay, so those are the little things that you kind of want to know, because if you're playing the 4-hour long, but then all of a sudden your 1-hour changes to short, so you just want to wait till they at least sync up, and if the 4-hour and the 1-hour link up, and then everything else lines up, that's your trade.
Correct.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, because I mean, 30 pips a day is cool with me. I mean, I want to get to the point where I'm just consistent at getting that instead of flip flopping. You know what I mean? If I can get 20, I guess 20 to 30 or 30 would be great. If I could master that, but then I could start upping my my pip values, and that's my main goal is to get my.
You can do 30 pips a day and scale up your lots based on your account size.
Yeah.
You should be retired in 6 months.
I got you.
I'm retiring soon.
You will be making 50,000, 60,000 a month at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
I got
dollars.
But
so
with your explanation, I have the higher time frame understanding, so it's really good.
Yeah.
Because I was missing.
That's just my goal. To get, like you said, Len, to get consistent with the 30 pips a day.
Yeah.
And this system, I can do 30 pips a day. I can do it on a single lot. I can do on multiple lots. Doesn't matter. I need to make my 30 pips.
Yeah. I mean, I sent out a compounding plan like months ago, and this guy's only going for like 15 pips a day, and he started out with like $1,500, and it was very conservative. He just got 15 pips a day. And it took him 3 years to get to the point where he was, but he got there much quicker as it starts to get up when he started using a bigger lot. When he's trading like $50 a pip, $75 a pip, it really started growing. But all his focus was just 15 pips a day, and he called it quits. I mean, it takes discipline.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of discipline, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it though. If you can, I mean, I'm not looking to retire no time soon because. Because of my job and everything, I'm cool with it. But I would like to be in that position if I did want to, if the job was talking about changing direction and doing something different, being in that space where I could. I mean, this is cool. Oh yeah, I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna call it a night, you guys, but I'm gonna work on that, man. I thank you very much, Rajiv.
Yeah, I mean, you do if you start making 20,000 a month, you're not going to talk to me about staying in the job.
You're probably right.
Oh, I know I'm right. If I'm making 20,000 a month trading, you really think I would be in a job
Yeah,
listening to
yeah,
somebody else tell me what I'm supposed to do
yeah.
with my
You're
day?
right. You're right. I got
And
you.
if I can do 30 pips in an hour, in the Asian session, in the Euro session or the London session, why do I need to work 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day to satisfy somebody else to make less money?
Right.
You're right.
Okay, just the mindset.
I got you.
Not
I understand
not
it.
teasing anybody to quit the jobs, but
Yeah, yeah. I feel
that,
you. I
that's
understand
the
it. Makes
reason
sense.
I set my goal at 30 pips. I just need to be consistent with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're
You
right.
guys probably wondered why I set it up at 30 pips, but that's something that Santiago, John, and I had stated as a goal about 4 or 5 months ago. But with 15.51, we could never get consistent doing 30 pips each. Now imagine if you're doing 30 pips each, that's 90 pips a day. That's just triples your value as far as the monthly income is concerned, and you can be more conservative on your lot size.
Yeah. I guess to
Unless,
get to the point. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, but I just would say that as long as you're consistent, it almost doesn't matter how much you make, just you're consistent.
Yeah, that's why I don't think of money. I think of
No.
pips
Yeah.
every day, because I know I can always play with my lot sizes to make my money. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how much money I'm making every day. I need to be consistent with 30 pips,
Yeah.
and that's 30 pips at $10 a pip at a standard lot, right? If I'm doing pound Aussie, that's $7, so I have to make 42 pips. So that's the scaling that you have to keep in mind. So if you're only doing two pairs, for example, if I only do pound yen and the euro New Zealand is at $7 per lot, so I have to make not 30 pips but 42 pips in that. But if I'm doing two pairs, I have to make 15 pips in each, and 15 that's like 21 pips on the euro New Zealand and 15 pips on the pound yen, and I'm done. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 30 pips is at $10 a lot, a pip, standard lot. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But first you have to get steady at 30 pips itself. Then you can start thinking about those multipliers.
Yeah. The consistency is the key.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go get a Lamborghini, huh? No.
The picture shows a Lamborghini, right? So I'm surprised you don't have one by now.
You guys have a good morning. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you, Len,
Uh-huh.
for coming.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm waiting for an add-on in pound dollar.
Okay. Yeah, the pound is really gaining strength.
Yeah. I see it here. So most of the pound, the 1 hour pound, it's also
Yeah.
called here in the 1 hour. And you see this is the red one is getting
Strong.
top, is in the top. Yeah. Okay, I'm in again. Is it? Okay.
Are you ahead today, Rafael, or are you in?
Sorry.
Are you short, or are you short in the sense? Are you in the negative or are you in the positive today?
Today I'm negative 3 pips in total, and I'm going in 6 pips positive. So I'm positive. I'm going 3 pips.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to leave in a half an hour, but you can keep going if you want at the end, wherever you want. I have a medical appointment.
Okay. Medical appointment. Are you okay?
Yes, it's my yearly check.
Okay.
So it's okay. Yeah. and we missed this trade in pound yen here. It was a good one. No, it's 21 pips. And now he want to go short again. I missed the pound yen.
Euro yen, I'm up 32. Euro, I mean USD yen, I'm up 32 pips.
Which one?
USD
yen?
yen.
That's great.
Okay.
I have 4
yes.
lots on it. Okay, so
Yes,
it's
I
not a
missed
single
it.
lot.
I missed it.
Technically, it's up only 8 pips, but I'm playing a reversal. Okay, Mike is going to call it quits. You know, Mike, yesterday in gold also, you could have made 200 pips. If you had taken it at the beginning of the Asian session.
Okay, Mike, see you tomorrow.
All right. Are you leaving?
No, I'm not leaving. I'm telling goodbye at Mike that he's saying that he's up 70 pips for the day. Good for you, Mike. Good for you. Euro New Zealand going short. Okay, I'm Euro New Zealand going short. Up. CH15.
Are you recording this session? Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if we should be putting it up every day. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe today was a good talking with Glenn. I think you can edit it if you want.
Right. Well, it takes too much time editing. I just put the whole thing up unless you say.
Okay. So maybe we can like say in minute, which minute we have a talk, or go directly to that minute.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go short again. When I will change color. It's testing that 70 to 80. Yes, Mike. The not because we are trading the 1 minute and the 5 minute is not that we are taking in consideration the higher time frame. That's it's very very nice with this system that we have the higher time frame to be in sync. So it's not like trading the 1 minute by itself and blindly. Yeah. So. Okay, I'm protecting. You see, I have a 1 to 3 around ratio break even. So I'm protecting the first trade in the pound dollar. So this trade is protected.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hi, Santiago. How are you?
Hi, Santiago.
Busy. Finally got a break. Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the key things I've been listening to you guys. One of the key things you have to know is like Rajiv said, he knows the trend was down on the USD yen, but he was waiting for a counter trend on the in the London session. So you have to be aware of what the market is trying to do in the session you're in, so you don't force a trade with the trend or against the trend. If that makes sense to you guys.
Yes, completely.
So you coming into the like in the Asian session, everything was set up to go short. In the London session, everything was setting up at the low of the London session for a reversal. Even though if the higher time frames, the H10 or the D1s are short, just for that session, you're going long because that's what the market is requiring for that session.
Right.
So you have to get into the habit of extinguishing which way is the market trying to go within that session, and that's where the H4 and the 1 hour helps you establish that within that session.
I'm taking long in gold.
Okay.
I'm taking gold long also because it's rejecting price action, this 1780. Okay, so from yesterday we can see that this area has been rejected. Okay, so maybe as the and well, it's in sync, right? It's in sync for this sniper. Maybe it can be a good trade or not. So I'm taking 15 pips stop loss in this one. And my 1-to-3 ratio is right in the top of the European. So let's see how that play for me.
I remember if you're on the 1 minute, that 1 hour MACD is still uh, has a strong
Flat.
trend down. It hasn't.
Yeah.
It's still kind of flat going down. So it'll start to transition going up, and then you know that that back and forth will stop, going. As you can see now, it's trying to curve.
Right.
That's why you was getting a lot of back and forth at the beginning.
Mm. Yeah, and you see the trend line is really going down. Here it's starting to get a little flat. Okay, my first pound dollar was a get out for 2 pips positive, and I'm still in this one. I have a break even or move to 2 pips when I have 1 ratio win. So I have to plan or I have to think if I am going to keep doing it, because sometimes it take me out, it break even, and then it goes, it's still going. So okay, we have pound cat.
Yeah, and this is the risk you take.
Yes, you see, it's
Yeah,
changing.
because the line is still strong. It's trying to change, but it hasn't made that
Right.
commitment to the upside.
And we have
So you
actually
can
we
get a
have
lot of fluctuation.
yeah. So I'm going to get out from this trade, and that's negative 7. It's okay.
That's why when when Rajiv started putting the lines again, that was like perfect because now you have a better visual of what's
Right,
going on downstairs. Downstairs just gives you the color, but that
right,
line really gives you a good indication of what the market is still trying to do or is trying to do,
right,
turn,
right.
you know?
That was more like a scalping because as I'm telling you, I'm looking the 1 hour 3 balls, so my direction is going short. So I was more like trying to scalp, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, and there's no problem if you're trying to scalp. You just have to be
Right,
aware that you need to get out the market if it shifts on you
right,
until it actually gets ready and it gets set in that direction. Because
right.
you want the
So
if you were gonna scalp gold, you want to make sure everything is set because the gold has so much swing and it could
right.
turn against you right away and get you in trouble. So and once it's set in this direction, you're gonna get the pips that you need, regardless if market's already moved
So
10,
we have
15 pips
an entry
against
in
you.
the 15-minute in pound dollar going short. I don't know what it, yes, here is my 15 pips. I'm taking short based in the 15-minute. Okay, the 15-minute change again. Let's see. It was below the 09. Based in the 5 minutes, sorry. So, okay, I have my entry here. Okay, to 25%. Okay, that trade. Okay, I'm going to get out from gold. Oh, now it's changing gold. Going to let it be. I have the 1 minute sync. Well, now the 15-minute change color is changing. So we have 2 minutes before the 15-minute bar form. So let's see how that plays. yen is the weaker one, but pound and yen they're following each other. Okay. So pound is getting weak. We have the 1 hour pound yen, pound New Zealand, pound Swiss, pound dollar changing color to red. Um, getting up, but the price down. You see how I set the dashboard, Santiago?
Yeah, I see that.
Uh, very cool.
Yeah, I can't do that on my computer. It'll freeze up. That'd be too many drop-ins for me. I'm barely making with the two that I put on there. So
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, finally, it's breaking this level here, like a fractal. So probably I will have my 1:3 ratio, and I'm going to be winner for the day. So I like this 30-minute crossing the zero line here. The rejection of the 1780. And pound dollar is starting to go in my favor also. Let's see if we have any entry again. Maybe we're going to have a saddle here, pound dollar. Okay, we have an entry in pound yen, guys. Going short. 7 pips stop loss. Change color. Have a kind of filter crossing the 15-minute. Okay, I mean, I changed now. Your yen is in sync in the 5 minute. It was an entry here. and it's kind of sink here. Was an entry here. 10 pips stop loss, 6, 7. So I'm going to enter in euro yen also. Up to 7 pips is okay. Okay, I'm in euro yen also. Why you did that? I want you here. How many pips? Yeah, 10 pips. Right here. Okay. So in pound dollar, in gold, and euro yen, and I think pound yen. Yes, and pound yen. Let's see how that plays. Normally, I could like set the 1 hour color change, but it's so small, the stop loss and the take profit, that I think I'm never going to get benefit of the 1 hour change color stop. So I tried it yesterday and my take profit in the pound Swiss, and he hit my take profit. So I didn't know if it worked or not. So let's see. In 7 minutes, I have to leave. I'm going to my medical appointment. So I leave, but I think you can keep recording, or if it stop recording, maybe Renata, can you record?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You
I
don't
think
know?
we can stop
At
for today.
10:30.
So
Okay,
yeah, when you go,
in
yeah.
6. Okay, in
Yeah.
6 minutes we stop. Okay.
If you have to leave, Raphael, I think.
Yeah, in 6 minutes. Yeah, I have 6 minutes.
You're very precise about your time. You're not even an engineer.
and English neither.
And you're European on top of that.
English. What did you say?
So you're European on top of that. French.
Yeah. Yes, French. Are you in a trade, Rajit?
Yeah, I'm just trading the USD yen today.
Okay.
I mean, my euro yen and the pound yen are long-term trades, so I'm not paying
Okay.
attention.
Okay.
But yen is doing its thing, right? Going up and down, up and down.
Right.
Anytime it does a peak formation high or peak formation low, it goes sideways for a few days. I think next week is when it's going to get set in its trend. got in too early.
The Aussie yen, it went past its average daily range by close to 15 pips. So I won't be surprised if it sets up for a reversal.
Okay.
Could do it in the New York session or getting close to it, or just
For
keep
the
an eye
moment,
on it. The H4 has already changed
yeah, the H1
for the lower
also.
of the
So
day.
actually, you have an entry in the 15-minute chart now.
For what? The Aussie yen?
Oxygen for going short. See my screen. I don't know if you can see my screen. Maybe not. Sometimes when people enter after to the session, they don't see the screen.
Oh, okay.
You see my screen? No.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you see you have here our 15-minute entry. If you go to the 1 hour, we have the 3 ball here. You have kind of divergence here in the daily. So most of the time, the yen pairs, when I think they are going to reverse, wow, it takes time, days before reverse. So okay, I'm in the positive way now in the side. So if I close now, I'm going to be like $200 up. So that is always my fight. That I don't let the trade let it be. So and it's always like this for me when I'm in the negative side. So I'm trying to manage my account and try to take back my losses, not forcing with trade, but when for example, now I'm 200 positive, I need to be tempting to close everything to be in the positive side, you know. So
Yeah.
That's something that for that reason that yesterday I post all those trades that they were good if I let it be for more pips. So,
Yeah, I mean, you have to make that decision on depending on what trade you have.
right.
If you have a good trend trade, then just manage your stops and try to get the most out of it. But
Right.
if yours trade is a short trade, kind of trend trade, and it can change at any time, then Yeah, you want to take those pips off the table. You want to maximize as much as you can, but you want to take them off the table.
Yes,
So
I'm going.
it
I'm
all
going to pay
depends
attention to you.
what kind of trade you have.
That's
Like,
perfect.
it all depends what kind of trade you have on hand. You know,
Right.
because not all the trades you need to stay in it longer,
Right.
because some of you only going for a short ride.
I'm not going to be in front of the computer for a few hours now, so I prefer now to close. So I finish like 300. Let me see. Would be like yes, almost $300 up. That must be not quite bad. So I'm still growing my challenge to pass it. So I think in next week I will be passing it. But
Is
I'm
that your
going.
goal, $300 a day?
No, not all. But now because I'm leaving, it's more like a management decision. Also, I start the day losing, so I was like $700 down. That is
Oh, okay.
yes, but so and now I made 1,000. Okay, so I am $300 up. So it's always my fight to when I start losing in the day to close too early to manage my account and be break even or a little profit, and then let's see how they are going to play. I'm going to post those trades that I did today, tonight or this afternoon to see how should be end if I stay longer. You know.
Okay.
So but
Now, some of your
I'm okay.
losing trades, have you, I know you have to leave, but some of your losing trades, have you analyzed what you did?
Yes, I'm going to do that also. So I'm going to post it, and then we can analyze it. But I think I was the pound dollar playing it long in a really content trend trades. Gold, it was up and down, up and down. Maybe my stop was too tight. I have to look. But yes, I'm going to do that. I think it's going to be benefit for the group to
Yeah,
see
that's
also.
what I was
Yeah,
asking. So if you could
yeah,
post your
yes.
analysis, that would be great.
Yes, knowing that all the time I'm in line with the 1 minute. So if it doesn't match, it's because maybe it changed the maybe the it repaint or something like that. Okay,
Right.
okay,
Okay.
guys. Fantastic session. So have a good trading, guys, and see you around.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good one.